Streaming there now, waiting for it to pop up there, and spooky faces. I think we missed it. It's weird. I think it's still like from the time I click start streaming on OBS, it's just you have to have this YouTube page open also first.
It's there now.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got a notification. It worked.
Oh my God.
Finally,
The worst spooky faces.
the BMFcast has come home
Did we make
to
spooky
YouTube.
faces?
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, I just got a notification in my loins.
Wow, that's a very strange phone you have there.
Well, I have my phone in my lap, so.
Oh. All right. I tweeted and I Discorded. So
Excellent. Oh, the homepage finally shows when we're live. Amazing. Fucking incredible. It works.
fucking incredible.
Fucking incredible. Yeah, we did defeat this week's YouTube change. This week on the BMFcast, 3 men, 1 streaming service, 900 changes a week.
Yep.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah, this is fun and new. I mean, I guess the good thing is if I don't mind chatting as the Vampcast, then I don't have to have my phone out per se.
I feel like you don't have to have it open now once we found the secret setting that they changed.
Sure. I mean, I think the browser probably still needs to stay open. I'm not gonna close it at this point.
Fair.
Yeah.
You just need to open up an incognito window to chat as yourself.
Incognito window.
I could
wait,
just
no,
I could just use Edge.
You chatted as Harlow.
I did from my phone. That's why I put
Oh,
on my
from
phone.
your telephone. Okay. Okay, I
Yeah.
see. Entiendo.
Yeah, I could open up Edge and just have a whole different browser going as me.
Edge or Edge Chromium?
Well, yeah, it's the new Edge. It's the
Chromium for
one.
Edge.
Yeah.
Okay, Microsoft trying to trick people. I see. All right, shall we? Oh, I got to open up Audible.
Also, I have to just throw a tweet.
Yes.
Chuck did tweet.
I tweeted.
There's a tweet. Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, hey.
Jesus Christ.
Hot mic. What did you do?
He's blowing on his microphone for some reason.
Sorry. Had a little something.
Wait, is this the final? Yeah, this is the final live stream before the world ends. How about that?
Yeah.
Audacity.
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 Boy.
Oh, it's the hope of Audacity.
Audacity. Too loud. Gain minus 15 degrees. Or whatever. Decibels.
Or whatever.
Degreebles. Audacity. Still peaking a little bit.
Degreebles? Did you call them Degreebles?
Degreebles, yes.
Degreebles. So, can you see the mouse moving around if I'm on another window? No, you can't, can you? Oh, is that just my audio activity that's lighting up my window? Because I've got a weird delay, and I wondered if I can use the proper browser and not showcase my mouse moving around it. I should just get a second monitor.
Yeah, I don't see your mouse moving around,
Okay.
so I think you're good.
It is.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not looking at the live stream.
It is complaining that our bit rate is higher than the recommended bit rate.
Ah, fuck them.
Yeah. Eat a dick, YouTube. Handle it.
We could be streaming in, what did I say, 50,000?
Yeah, we could.
60,000 for 4K?
Uh-huh.
Just push 4K?
Yeah,
Fuck 'em.
we could do that. We have the pipe. We have fat pipes.
Pipe. Why is... This is a test of the emergency BMFcast system. Okay.
If this has been an actual podcast, it would be funny and good.
Yeah. Shame.
Also, we'd be famous. Not from podcasting. I mean, pre-fame.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it works. Get famous first, then
This
podcast.
is another test.
All you have to do to succeed at podcasting is get famous in some other way. Start a podcast. You have succeeded at podcasting.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
pretty much. This is a test of the emergency BMFcast system. Okay, that sounds fun.
We usually do this like before we start.
Now I'm recording. No, usually I forget to start Audible until well after. All right, delete Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to hit record on my podcast.
Well, Chuck, you got like
What are you doing? A separate podcast?
30 something minutes or whatever of us fucking around with the live stream. Unless you want me to
Okay.
delete and restart it.
Why don't you go ahead and delete and restart?
Okay. Well, it's gonna go silent for everybody for a couple seconds.
That's fine. I'm used to that.
He's the only. He'll go silent. We can still
Nope.
hear each other.
Yeah,
well,
we're
you
on
can
Zoom.
hear each other, but the
We can
people
hear
on the
you.
internet won't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, maybe.
Right about.
No, the internet won't hear
Funk Soul
Harlow.
brother.
We're going through the computer. Chuck.
Yeah.
I should just leave your track off. It'll just be me. It'll be like, what's going on?
What's going on?
All right. It's a fresh track.
Fresh track. I'm recording as well.
Sweet.
I've
DJ?
been recording. Yes, I'm definitely
Hell.
recording.
Hell yeah. Those are the things we need for a podcast.
That's what we need for a podcast. This guy right here. Spawn. Talking about Spawn.
Shut your mouth.
But I'm talking about Spawn.
Okay. Let's light this can.
Tell me what to
Speaking
do.
of the right stuff.
Huh?
Speaking of the thing you're going to talk about.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I'm good with that. Let's do this.
Bring in some of that trademark energy.
I was looking at things. I was checking the things. All right, welcome to the BMFcast Variety Hour.
Hey! BMFcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Variety Hour.
Episode number. I don't know. I didn't look at it.
24.
24, obviously.
God damn.
I would never forget something that important.
20.
How are
Four.
we
Yeah.
26 weeks into this pandemic? And yet,
More than that, we have missed some variety hours. Is
20, how are we 30 weeks into this pandemic? And nothing has happened differently than the first 30 weeks of the
well,
pandemic.
let me tell you a story. No, I won't.
Anyway, vote on November 2nd.
No.
Well, you should probably vote sometime. Yeah.
Wait, isn't it? Aren't you supposed to vote on November
It's
2nd?
the third.
Yeah.
Well, vote early then.
Yeah.
Vote on the 3rd.
Just probably get in line on the 2nd just to be sure. Like, I mean, you've probably slept overnight for like some bullshit like Aerosmith tickets or something, and it's like,
Right.
who gives a fuck? And it's like, I mean, like, great, Walk This Way. It's a great song, but is it gonna fucking save the world? No, like, it's not. I'm sorry, none of their songs on.
Voting on
Dream
November 3rd
fucking
might-
on
might
if you
help.
think an Aerosmith song is gonna save the world, but voting will. So fucking do it.
Didn't an Aerosmith song save the world in Armageddon?
Yes, it did.
It did not.
Yeah.
No, that was
Yes.
Bruce Willis. He got to hear an Aerosmith song.
Yeah, that saved the world.
while
An
he
Aerosmith
while he
offspring
stayed behind
helped
and
save the
died.
world. Yeah,
Spoilers for Armageddon.
that's right.
35-year-old movie.
Ben Affleck cried.
Yeah, he did. He's like,
Said,
Harry,
"I
no,
love you, Bruce Willis,
no,
no."
Harry, no, come on, Harry, come on, no,
That's
Harry.
exactly word for word, exactly the dialogue.
I think it is. Yeah.
So wait, we should introduce ourselves.
I'm an actor. Yeah, I am Harlow, the actor.
I am Bijay.
I'm Chuck.
Always bringing that energy.
Yeah,
and I'm Chuck.
I'm Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck. What are we doing? That's Mackie. What are we? That's not how Chuck sounds.
Well, he's not here, so I just gotta
Cash
improvise.
Mackie's not here.
Anyway, so
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out, Variety Hour is fucking wacky. We don't know what we're doing, but we are going to talk about some movies and shit once we get done farting around our weekends and whatever we're doing.
we are theoretically going to talk about some movies, and that's what we do each and every week of the Variety Hour,
Yeah.
which aren't exactly every week because
Yeah.
Reasons.
vote on November 3rd.
Yes.
Um,
But we all watched
yeah.
a movie.
we did. Did we watch the same movie?
Yes.
I'm not sure if this is one of Chuck's wacky plans.
I have been waiting to talk about this movie for a week because we were supposed to talk about it last week.
We all
I'm
forgot.
sorry.
No, it wasn't you. We all forgot.
Yeah, I was the only one that was
Oh,
like,
nobody-
"Hey, we're going to talk about this movie that Chuck said." And he's like, "Oh, yeah,
Even I forgot. I was like, oh no.
This is my idea."
Well, I had to have a mental health day from everything on Wednesday, so
Okay.
Yeah, no, we watched 2020's Welcome to Sudden Death.
man, when did this movie come out? I know 2020, but like when in 2020 did it come out?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's brand new.
When was it filmed? It must have been filmed in 2019.
Yeah, I remember about a year ago them talking about filming this. It couldn't have taken more than a week to film it.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's a sequel to the Van Damme Sudden Death, the thing
It's
that we
not
watched.
a sequel.
Okay, it's cashing in.
Is it a
on-
requel?
It is
the
in
original screenwriter is literally credited with the screenplay, and then the director is also credited with. They just took that original script and rejiggered it to make it this thing.
Okay,
That's all they
okay.
did.
Well-
It's not even a remake. It's just this also.
It is of some relation to the original Sudden Death starring Van Damme.
Yes.
I'm gonna call it a remake.
Okay,
Remake's fine.
sure. But yes, this has Michael Jai White in it, doing karate things to bad people taking over a stadium. But not ice hockey this time. It's basketball, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's been a little while since I saw the movie. So.
It's
And I
arena
also-
soccer.
And I also just watched another movie that's almost the exact same movie, so my
True.
brain is a little scrambled right now. So
Yeah.
Oh, did you watch Sudden Death?
no, we watched The Substitute Part 3, and it's almost the same movie, but just without a stadium.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similar
Okay.
plot points,
Yeah.
and I
Okay.
was confusing the
We've
two.
been through this confusion once already.
Yeah.
I can sum up my entire review of this movie with just a couple sentences.
Okay.
Skip everything but Michael Jai White fighting and Gus.
I can't go there with you on that one. I'm sorry.
Gus is awful, but Gus's scenes the scenes with Gus are some of the best scenes in this film.
Gus is written as the black guy comedy relief, except he's a doofy white guy.
Yes, and that's why it works.
And 50% of everything Gus says made me want to punch the television. But every
Yes.
once in a while, Gus said something that made me just have to cover my mouth because I was laughing really hard at midnight.
Gus very much reminds me of that guy who made that very inappropriate movie, the
Yes.
where he's playing the black lady on the radio or whatever.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, Loquisha.
Yeah,
I
that.
cannot
Everybody
remember
loves Loquisha.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a certain air about that guy, just in terms of how he looks a little bit and what they have him say. And I was just like, oh no.
Uh-huh.
I feel like kind of flipping that character on its head is the only thing that even approaches genius in the entirety of the movie.
I think
Or-
all the
or
fight
good.
scenes are really good. Like, I thought about this movie for a long time after I watched it because I was really trying to come to terms with if I liked it or not. And because it is very much got that Hallmark movie gross digitalness to it. It looks like a fucking
Yes.
garbage ass, we made this for $12 movie, to the point where I thought the main characters were literally living in a model home because their house was the most generic bullshit I've ever seen. It's like
It probably was a model home.
they just went to an open house and filmed a couple of scenes and then scurried away before the realtor showed up.
Can we have like maybe half an hour to really think about this? Like get the feel for this place?
Yeah.
Look,
Bring the kids in,
Yeah.
you know.
you can bring a film crew in here, but you better not fuck.
Oh no problem.
I don't
But, like,
fuck,
in-
baby, I spawn.
There it is.
This week on the BMFcast.
But like instead of, sudden death was a championship hockey game. This is just opening day of whatever garbage basketball league this is. And no one in the arena gives a shit. Like there are more people wandering around the arena just getting snacks and shit than watching the game.
It's the NBL, and I'll have you know, when the game is going on, there is literally nobody that isn't watching the game. Everyone but our named characters is watching the game because that arena is fucking empty.
Yeah, and quiet.
They used like 30 minutes of extras
Yeah.
to run in, film scenes, and run the fuck out. Nobody else was allowed in that arena for any of the other scenes because there's like, I think we've all been to professional sports games. There's always somebody milling around the concession stand or
Sure.
going to the bathroom or whatever. There's nobody in the concourse anywhere. It's so weird.
I will say though, so I agree. I think the fight scenes are much better than I was expecting them to be in a movie like this, especially the way it looks and going into them. I mean, luckily it does kind of start up on an action scene, so you're like, oh, okay, so we might be all right here, because it's has that right away. But I had a point to this, and it just fucking flittered away.
Okay, well, I'll interject real
Okay.
quick. In that opening fight scene, Michael Jai White kicks a car battery into the dude's head, and that's amazing. I know it's like a dream sequence or whatever, or
No, that happened.
he was dreaming about it. Maybe it actually happened, sort of, but
Doesn't he also kick a gun into his hands, like
Yes, he
from
does.
the ground?
He-
and- yeah.
He kind of John Wicks a gun up to his self.
but I'll say this: like the fight scenes are, on average, pretty good, but there are a number of them where slow white dudes run at Michael Jai White and then slowly punch at him, and like he's obviously still a capable dude, but these guys are just really telegraphing everything. Like they spent 20 minutes in the parking lot choreographing these fights before they went in and did them, and
They're very patchwork. You can tell they worked on like one clip and then okay, we perfected that. Now move on to the next one. But there are a couple of dudes who can legit fight.
Yeah. And the locker room fight, the four-way locker room fight,
Yeah.
I want to say it, but I also want people to see it for themselves. The thing I'm talking about, the coolest thing that happens in that fight.
I think
Yeah.
that's in the trailer.
Do you
Is
want to
it?
know something
Okay.
funny? So there was a point where I needed to go outside, and I was like really trying to finish that movie in time to like get ready for the cast last week. So I just hit the subtitles on and walked outside and opened the drapes so I could just see it through the window. And what fucking scene did I do this to? Because I'm like, I look over and I'm like, why are and then I saw like it was musical notes and I was like, okay. I like paused, go back in there. I have to see this like with sound because I know
Yeah.
what's happening. I can read.
Yeah.
That's a very good needle drop as well.
There's some really good timing in that scene. Like someone has put some thought into some comedic bits into that scene where it's like, yeah, this. I wish the rest of this movie was as good as the fight scenes, because the fight scenes are really something special in a world that action movies are now John Wick and Six Underground and stuff like that. We've moved on from this era of action movie. Like these scenes are still fully late 80s, early 90s kung fu action star type scenes. The rest of the movie is just cheap ass garbage. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Because like the bad guy, who gives a shit about this guy? This guy who, like, they give an explanation as to who he is, and I'm just like, so. I mean, I'm not in any way invested in this at all.
I mean, I like the dynamic of who he takes over. I mean, I think that's interesting. Like,
sure.
For one of these movies, I think it's a kind of interesting idea of like his cheap diehard plan, basically. But it's really not bad for one of these. I've seen worse things in some of these.
Oh,
is what
sure.
I'm saying. And the rest of my thought came back around. So the fight scenes are filmed really well. But the other thing I noted. I know you said the concourses are empty a lot, and there's not a ton of people in the stands, and it doesn't sound like an actual crowd in there whenever they're like it's very quiet when they're filming these scenes. Mm-hmm. But I will say, the extras look like Americans. Like I don't saying that like fucking Americans. No, I mean it's like a lot of times you would watch these movies and it's like, oh look, it's Igor and his friends from Yugoslavia or wherever they film, but it's like these are dumpy fat like just came out of Golden Corral like Americans, and I'm like. These look like
they just got a Golden Corral in Bulgaria. So.
Yeah. Well,
this was actually filmed in Canada, in Manitoba.
Okay,
so,
well, close enough. I mean,
close enough.
I'm just saying, like the people, it was like when they were running around, I was like, hey, they actually look like out of shape Americans. Okay,
right.
like when they were like,
there's no like they bump into someone, he's like, excuse me, comrade. It's like,
howdy, partner. Sorry to get in my way.
Yeah,
big fur hat and a snow cone,
doing the Russian dance.
Welcome to El Paso.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, at least it's somewhat accurate to what a basketball game that's supposed to be taking place in Phoenix is.
That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. It's like when it wasn't just like, oh, look, and all these like Eastern European people like running away, right. And it was like, hey, these actually look like dumpy Americans that would be at a basketball game.
But the bad guys weren't, Eastern Bloc people. They were, evil IT crew who comes in.
Yeah, I mean, like the one guy's like is a standard merc, but then he's basically got an evil IT crew in. But yeah, his whole motivation is basically like whatever. Money. Yeah, I mean, it's like some
Bitcoin,
some job thing.
Digicoin.
Yeah, fucking Bitcoin.
Some job thing that he did, like resulted in like some casualties, collateral damage.
Some family got murdered, and like a billionaire used her billions to find the truth, and they were like, "This guy fucking did it. Fire his ass." And he's like, "I'm gonna steal all your money, lady."
Basically, yes.
You're gonna transfer all your Doge coins to me. And
there's basically this lady that's like somewhere between like some kind of like Tim Cook and Beyonce thing all in one, because it's like she's like apparently rich from some sort of techie shit, but like kind of like living this like She seems like she has like fame beyond just. She's not dressed like a tech billionaire. She's like
because like the kid's enamored with her,
Yeah, and she's dating like shitty rapper dude
Drake.
Hey, Drake doesn't like. I mean,
Chuck, you don't
Drake
know
might
shit
be a
about
shitty
that.
rapper, but
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, no, Drake is nothing. Drake's a nice guy. This guy is like,
I think Drake might be.
Huh? Well, I
think Drake might be a nice guy. But yeah, this guy's like,
I mean, he's like Chris Brown. I mean, he's more like just shitty,
gold
like
chains and ego.
like just like, oh, I'm about that look and that life. It's like, fuck you, just like that kind of thing. Like, there's no passion behind the fucking music.
Yeah.
Well, he was really excited about his second album that he just started on.
Sure, whatever.
The thing I most appreciate about this movie is one. When dudes decide they're going to fight Michael J. White gets this look on his face like, I can't believe you're going to fight me, you dumb motherfucker. And then, like, throughout the fight, you could just tell, like, his end game is, I'm going to have to murder you. Like, there is no, like, I'm just going to handcuff you to this post or anything. It's like, you're going to die now. You don't know who I am, and you're going to die. That is the outcome of every fight scene. It is just... Well, I'm sorry, but I can't hold back these fists. You're going to fucking die.
He's also got the whole, like, you're making a mistake. And he looks like, he looks at him like, you are seriously fucking up. and you're gonna keep coming at me. Like, it's not I'm gonna have to kill you. It's you are committing suicide
Right, exactly.
by coming after me. Like, you should stay down
I know, I love
and
that.
stop it. And he's like,
There's one friendship betrayal late in the film where he literally goes, "Really?" When person he thought was friend turns out to be foe, he's like, "Really?" So there's that.
there's some
really
good-
as if that wasn't like immediately telegraphed by that dude's look.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
But I
Like,
mean,
absolutely.
there is some cool. All right, my defense of this movie, my internet defense force of this movie, because I mean, it's not the best thing I've ever seen. But like Chuck and I have watched a lot of these. Like Chuck loves these direct to video things, especially if they're produced by the WWE or whatever. Because like we've watched a lot of these types of things, like. Ex-wrestler, current wrestler, somebody in the wrestling sphere is like gonna do a cheap Die Hard ripoff in some place that they have access to while they're fucking shooting a match or whatever, and it's like, like, I mean, that fucking one we watched with
Rusev.
huh? Well, he was in it for like 2 seconds, right? But I mean, like, no, it was fucking. God
It was
damn
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, yeah. I was like, it was a fucking pretty boy guy. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, that
12
one.
rounds, 2
No,
rounds.
this one was just some.
8.
Yeah.
No, this was not related to those.
But I mean, it kind of the same plot. Like, we're
Sure.
going to bomb a thing. That was generic as fuck, boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Like sanitary too. Like, there's just like there's that gross sheen, and it's not gross in the right ways. It's just this like there's this gross sheen in all those WWE movies where it's just like, oh, this is like, I don't know. It's like G-rated Hooters is the only thing I can think of. It's like it has all the class of fucking Hooters, but it's like everything has to be clean now. Like
Right.
it's weird. It's like it's got this gross, like everyone's injected full of everything to make their fish like this, and and steroids and shit, and then it's just like everyone is acting like, oh, isn't this great? It is family time, yay! Like, there's just like there's a weird robotic like steroid cult thing happening with their movies and shit.
I will say it's so until like the soundtrack fully kicks in and the murders start happening, there are at least 2 times within about 5 minutes where instead of people saying shit, they say ish. And at that point, I was thinking, what rating is this? Like, is this going to be the like family-friendly, sanitized action movie?
Has that little bird thing in the corner.
Yeah, yes, Dove approved or whatever. But no, then he started snapping necks, and I was like, oh, all right. And then Gus started,
and then
cussing
Gus
up a
says
storm.
fuck a lot. Yeah.
He does, yes. Yeah, Gus interacting with that lady was real good.
Yeah, I'm just saying from what we've seen,
I love
like
Gus.
Michael Jai White is a charismatic dude. Like he can kick ass, but like he can also carry a scene. I mean, he's not a Shakespearean thespian or anything like that, and I wouldn't call him that to his face. But but I'm saying like he's charismatic enough that it's like he's not a wrestler trying to act. He's an actor who can just happen to kick ass. Convincingly enough for the camera at least.
We have said this on BMFcast Extra, and I will say it again on this show. We have done him wrong.
Yeah.
His entire career, that man should be a lot bigger than he is. He should have gotten
pretty
some
big.
coaching. Well, he should have
Fucking
gotten
jacked.
some acting coaching for like his non-fight scene bits, because those aren't
Yeah.
great. But like dialogue where he's coming in and out of fight scenes are really good. Like I fully believe everything he's saying and doing in the universe of a fight scene. But like when he's with the kids and everything, I'm like, this is not his strong suit.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, I also feel like it works for that like fish out of water thing. It's like I don't really know how to be dad. Like I am super soldier trying not to murder everyone as I was trained. So like, I don't know how to handle tiny human.
His kids are old enough. He should have learned by now.
Sure.
But whatever.
But
Like I said, it's,
he's okay. Like he's fine. He's
Absolutely, he's fine.
He's better than Chuck Fine for sure.
Yeah.
He
We've seen some ass kicking dudes where you're like, that guy has some skills. He's okay. Michael
Yeah.
Jai White is good. He deserves more than what he gets.
yes, and he's.
I don't.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't feel like he is carry a movie level quality.
I think he could be. That's what
Yet.
I think. That's
I think
what
he
we're
could
saying.
be.
Yeah,
I think you're not wrong about that.
I think
I
that's
just
the-
don't think he's there yet.
I mean, if
I think
Arnold,
if he had the right support around him, he
Yeah.
could definitely
Yeah.
do it.
if Arnold and Jean-Claude and all those dudes could carry a movie with, I mean, yes, they have natural charisma as we've said, but it's like not acting ability like at all.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just it's easy to turn tough guy, into actor. I mean, they do this with rappers all the time. It's just like, you know, if you told me in like 1995 what Ice Cube would be today, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm saying, like, like,
On several fronts, yeah.
yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, right, okay, sure, yeah. It's gonna make a fucking RV movie with some kids. Okay, yeah, great. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You could totally do it with Michael Jai White easily.
Yeah.
I want to see him as a Steve James, like not necessarily like Steve James had a kind of limited output, but I want to see him as a like with somebody who matches up with them and with somebody who can,
Dude's made
bring him up.
300 movies, so
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's plenty he's done. I mean, it's just they're all this.
Yeah, I mean,
level
he's
thing.
worked steadily since Spawn. Like, he makes a lot. There's a lot of Michael Jai White movies that we will certainly be getting into.
And he has his little crests. I mean, Black Dynamite was a hit, and
Absolutely.
and then he was also like, didn't he do the Undercover Brother sequel? That, like, everyone was
did.
like, really, we're doing this? Okay,
That was really weird, but
Yeah.
he was good in that.
yeah,
Hey, Gary Owen, Gus was in that as well, Undercover Brother 2.
okay.
Oh, good.
I haven't watched it yet. You're saying it's worth watching?
It's
Maybe-
got
maybe-
moments. It's
Michael Jai White, Gary Owen.
it's
We got a thing here.
Undercover Brother 2 is such a strange thing because he is playing the
Eddie
character
Griffiths, yeah.
Undercover Brother, but he's playing it like Black Dynamite, and it's very confusing. Also, he disappears like 20 minutes into that movie, and it becomes Undercover Brother Jr.
Barry Bostwick.
Yeah. You should
Next
probably watch
week
Undercover
on
Brother.
the BMFcast.
I'd talk about it again.
I would like to. I have not said this in a while, but I would like to bring up again that people need to seek out FDR American Badass with Barry Bostwick. Mm-hmm. It's one of those, like, we know we're making a cheesy movie, but it's one of those ones to me that works. Like, it's
It's better than Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
okay. I never saw that.
Oh, yeah, that was the time where they were doing that.
Oh, sure.
shtick.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's kind of it. But I mean, these were also the people that did the Pool Boy thing with Kevin Sorbo.
Right.
Yeah. So, which is also fine and funny.
Anyway, welcome to Sudden Death is on virtually every streaming service. So
Yeah, but
and it's
like,
only 75 minutes, so you should really watch it.
well, it's also on Netflix. I mean,
70 minutes.
Is
The
it
credits
on
are
other
like-
ones for free or part of your subscription?
It's on Prime
Oh, okay,
also.
okay.
Yeah.
Because like I just on Apple TV, I was like, I thought it would tell me where it was if it was on something, and it tried to have me buy it. So, which is weird because I thought it searched inside Prime, but
Who knows?
don't know.
But yeah,
You got to be
it's-
careful with Prime. It's confusing.
This movie would be good for those guys who were sad in that documentary we watched that the action heroes all died. And it's like, no, here's one of those. Like, the movie parts are not very good, but the fight scenes are pretty much what you want. And the shenanigans at the end are real dumb and real good.
I'm pretty sure I saw a stuntman or two that I recognize. I couldn't tell you their name, but like, oh hey, that's the stuntman that was in this. Like the on camera stuntmen, like like the toughs. Like
Right.
the guys when it's just like, all right, you go in here and get in a fight. Like
Yeah.
there were several
The-
dudes that I was like, I think I have seen you on a thing, because I've watched that. Is it Complex that has the stuntman guy that talks about? It's one of the YouTube. I don't know what the fuck one channel is or another on it's something where it's like this guy sits on a couch with people and they dissect action sequences, and basically he's actually a Hollywood stuntman, and he's like telling them how they did certain things not to murder people. Like. Yeah, like, oh, see, watch. Okay, if you freeze frame this and go like really slow, you can see like the brick is actually foam, and you can see it give ever so slightly in the shot. That it's things like that. He's just pointing out like Hollywood secrets of fight scenes that look extra brutal.
It's called Complex?
Complex. I think it might be the channel. Like, isn't that a YouTube channel or?
Oh, I don't know.
I know it's like a men's magazine, so
It might be a part of that. It's just something came up in my feed.
If you find
Yeah.
it in your history or something, post a link in Discord. I'd like to
Okay.
watch that.
Yeah, they also have like VFX experts break down thing. They do all these like things where they bring in experts to like break down a scene, good or bad. Some of them are really annoying, but I like the stuntman guy's kind of charismatic, like and funny.
There are only two things in the trivia on IMDb, and they're not the shittiest things in the world like most IMDb trivia. One is, and I thought I noticed this midway through the movie, but all the bad guy henchmen have AirPods. They're supposedly wearing AirPods,
Right.
but they're actually earpods with the cables cut off. And I noticed one looked funny, and I was like, huh. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
they're
figured
all
they were
fake.
just knockoff AirPods.
No, they're just earpods with the cable cut off.
Those are plentiful. You can get them anywhere.
Yeah. And
That was kind of dumb that they all had those, and they had them in even after fight scenes. Like they would get their ass kicked by Michael Jai White, and then he would reach down and pluck it out of their ear.
apparently I was worried about whether or not AirPods would stay in well enough, but
They will.
You
If
can get
if
your
you're
ass
getting
kicked
your
by
ass
Michael
kicked,
Jai
yeah.
White.
Yeah. If you have the right shaped ear, like they don't fall out of my ears. Like I've worked out with them and stuff, but other people are just like, you can turn your head and it's like, boop,
Yeah, some people were like, I blinked and they fell in the
Yeah.
sink.
What they should have done is gotten Raycon to sponsor them, because Raycon will apparently sponsor literally every YouTube channel on the planet except ours, but not because we're not shills, but anyway, but yeah, they will sponsor anyone. So they could have given, they could have shaved a couple grand off the production of the movie for a Raycon sponsorship. But also, Michael Jai White is married to the woman that he fights. Her name is Jillian Waters,
Oh, the short hair lady,
the short-haired lady.
the one
yeah.
that Gus really has a problem with.
Yes, yeah. That's Michael Jai White's wife, and he beats the dog snot out of her.
Michael Jai Wife.
Here it is.
Write down that episode title.
Michael Jai White.
Jai Wife. Oh yeah, none of us watched the new
Segue into Borat
but-
2. Anybody
No,
watch Borat 2?
Yes, I'm going to. I need to see this.
I would probably watch it.
If I made it through the Brothers Grimsby or whatever the fuck that was, I could watch anything with Sacha Baron Cohen. Has anyone watched that? Like anyone else? 'Cause-
No.
Oh Jesus.
That's the Mark Strong movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. Is it Grimsby? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
I just remember that coming out and being like, who is this for? Who wants this?
people that are like want that almost Freddy got fingered level of like, this is so gross. Is this funny? I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Borat thing, like all of his kind of shtick that he kind of does along those lines, I kind of appreciate it from a distance. Like, okay, bother these people. That's fine with me. I just don't like watching it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably watch Borat too.
Yeah. I actually meant to. I just forgot. I didn't forget. Hades. I'm not going to lie and say I forgot.
You just had more important things to do.
Yeah. I have an obsession here, okay? Like,
I understand.
yeah. Boy.
Well, did you manage to watch anything?
I did manage to watch some things, yes. Like Welcome to Sudden Death, but also, speaking of on streaming services, funny how we keep talking about so many things that are available on streaming, considering we're not fucking going anywhere to the theaters or anything, and
It's all we have.
it's all we have. But I have been watching, I was looking forward to and now watching the Apple TV Plus / National Geographic show, The Right Stuff. Mm-hmm. They make it very clear it's co-produced with National Geographic because like their content's on there,
Yeah,
But, yeah.
It's a Nat Geo show.
Yeah. So, I really like it. It's interesting because I'm constantly amazed. I mean, maybe it's because like sadly so many of them are dying out, but like I am constantly amazed that like NASA or whomever is cool with like people doing fairly real life looks at their astronauts and shit. Like that. Continually like not showing them as like, or not hiding them behind like, oh, you can't have them do that, say that, because I mean this is basically like Mad Men with astronauts, kind of. And I say that because like Aaron Staton's one of the Mercury 7 who was on Mad Men, so it fits. Yeah, I mean it's like, yeah, I mean they have flawed lives and cheat on their wives and other things that rhyme.
Their wives.
Yeah. But no, it's really good. Like I think inevitably I didn't go in wanting to do this, but inevitably I think I was going to compare it to the movie that I love so much. And I think right away it's like, no, don't worry about it. Like we're not trying to like remake that or do that or anything really. Because I mean, like a large portion of the movie focuses on Chuck Yeager and like not going into the space program and like what happened to the test pilots after everyone was like fucking space, and like all that stuff. And like I am also about saying fucking space, but everyone was like, yeah, forget anything, like inside the atmosphere flying anymore. It doesn't matter. It's like it's all about space now. So it's part and parcel, like let's tell a story of like these kind of forgotten heroes to the people that just did the craziest shit known to man. And like it's like it kind of equally tells both stories. And this is just like, no, like Chuck Yeager, don't even worry about, like, they have been recruited. We're not doing any test pilot stuff. Like this is like day one, they get recruited into the new NASA, and let's do this. And show their lives and how fame affects it. And I mean, they're kind of covering like a lot of things that, if you study any of the old space stuff that comes up, like, the trip to the dealership where, the guy's like saw some rich dude like driving a Corvette and drives to the dealership, and the guy like offers to sell him one for $1 because he knows what it'll do having the Alan Shepard driving around in a Corvette. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, because they couldn't take free stuff, right?
Right. They couldn't be free,
was-
but yeah.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's a good fun show so far, and it's not like super sanitized either. Like I was thinking, I mean, it's not raunchy. I'm just saying, like it's
These astronauts fuck.
they do. I mean, yes, they do actually. But I'm saying, like it's not like R-rated. It's like a PG to PG-13 kind of thing, So
How many episodes is it going to be?
haven't looked. Fourth episode just came out. Looks like 8, so halfway done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about as long as the movie.
I mean, it does say season 1, so I don't know if they're like gonna like maybe leave it open to go beyond and follow the Gemini or Apollo missions or anything else. Like I don't know.
Well, I mean, let me ask you. You've watched episode 4.
Uh-huh.
Have they been in space yet?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no.
Seems like they have a lot of space.
Yes. And space is infinite, so they can keep going.
That's right.
Yeah, it's good. I recommend it. And, even if you like the movie, just it's a different thing. I love the dude that plays Deke Slayton. I mean, Deke Slayton was a cool ass guy anyway, like, if you know his history. But like the dude playing him is just like so good. Like he's just like the exact same kind. He's like the exact kind of guy, like in a situation where it's like, this is the kind of motherfucker that made a lot of this happen, right? Because he's just cool, collected, knows what to say. It's just I don't know. It's just like, yeah, it's cool. This guy's cool.
Cool. Yeah, I keep meaning to check that out. I just keep getting distracted.
Yeah.
So,
It's on the very, very long list.
anyone got anything else?
No, I thought you said you had a bunch of stuff. Yes? No? No?
No, I mean, I watched all the Halloween movies.
Oh, well, we were talking about this earlier. You're like, I thought it was maybe it was last time you had a bunch of I don't know.
Last week.
Last week I had a bunch of stuff and I talked about it.
Okay. I don't know. I thought you had a bunch of stuff for this week too.
I have 2 things that I can talk about quickly.
Okay.
I think it was Monday. I needed a, distraction while I was working. And so I watched Spaceballs. I haven't watched Spaceballs in a few years. The whole, like, Drewish thing is a little bit uncomfortable these days. Just because, like, I don't know. It just feels weird. But that movie still has some, like, stop and make me laugh out loud moments. Also, Spaceballs parodies like 784 movies that are not Star Wars in the service of just, we had a gag for this movie and we didn't have anywhere else to stick it, so here it is in Spaceballs. Another thing that I noticed was And I'd noticed it before, but the amount of Spaceballs merchandise in the background of Spaceballs is insane. There's like just about every scene has some Spaceballs merchandise somewhere, and that is kind of genius. I kind of love it. Other than that, like it's exactly what I remember. It's Spaceballs. It's funny. And then I watched the Addams Family movie, and
It's Spaceballs. It's funny. Come on, here, it's funny.
yeah, he's got a big hat.
The Raul Julia movie?
Yes, the Raul
Okay.
Julia movie, and God damn it, Raul Julia is a treasure.
Yeah.
Was a treasure, I guess.
Yes.
Still is a treasure.
Okay.
Always will be a treasure.
There is not a single scene that he is not full tilt fucking acting in that movie, and God damn, we didn't deserve it. Like, it's just the level of commitment to whatever role you're handed or whatever role you look at and you go, that might be fun. Or that you're doing for boat money, whatever. Just full tilt every single fucking scene. Never slips.
Okay. I have a question for you as someone who just recently rewatched it.
Okay.
Carol Kane, is she Grandmama in this one or just the second one? I know she's one of like Grandmama in one of them.
I think it's the second
I think
one.
it's the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
think
didn't
she's like,
think.
and
Yeah.
now meet the extended Addams family.
No, Grandmama lived in the house. She just wasn't like a major character, you know. She lived like upstairs or something.
Yeah, it was somebody else. It was
Cousin It was the one that didn't live there, just would visit.
Judith Molina,
Okay.
whoever that is.
No, I just remember like, you know, it was like almost perfect casting all around, and then like the second one came around, it was like, oh yeah, you know, you should have probably gone that way the first time. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she was fine.
Yeah.
And
Oh, sure, yeah.
But Carol Kane,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, killer casting pretty much all around. I forgot that it was Christopher Lloyd that played Fester
Yeah.
until I looked it up halfway through the movie because I couldn't get it through my brain who that was. And he's just excellent. I forgot how young the kids were in that. I was like, holy shit, Christina Ricci is like 4 years old in this movie. And it's just it's wonderful. Like there's nothing wrong with the Addams Family. I will probably try to find wherever Addams Family Values is streaming. Because I don't think it's streaming on Netflix for some reason. But
Why would it be?
yeah, because the first one's on there. You shouldn't have the second one on there.
Second one's better. It's one of the few.
Second one's on Prime.
Is it on Prime? Okay, I'll watch it on Prime.
It's one of the ones I always list when people are like, sequel's never better. I'm like, except in comedies a lot of the time, actually.
But yeah, I'll watch that and I'll let you guys know if the world doesn't end next week and we still have a podcast. I'll let you know if they don't put all of us in camps. But yeah, the Addams Family is fucking marvelous, and I'm glad I watched it again before the world imploded again. Angelica Houston,
Yep.
chef's kiss. I want all my makeup wearing friends out there that are in the podcast world to look at how well Angelica Houston's face and neck and chest area match. And that's how you should be doing your makeup. Pay attention.
Word.
That's all. That's all I got.
Well,
Okay.
Well, let's get out of here, shall we? Huh?
Yeah, we got nothing else to talk about. I guess it's going to be a very short episode. It's a variety, like 20 minutes. I don't know.
well, we spent so much time monkeying around, so
Yeah.
No way. We got like 40 minutes at least.
and you know we gotta stock up our Y2K bunkers for next week. So
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I got to replenish the canned goods.
It's Y2K20.
Yeah. No, yeah, I got nothing else, I don't think.
Alrighty then. Let's get out of here then, shall we?
Oh,
No,
all right.
we want to do contact information now. I mean, like,
Do we?
Oh, do
Why?
we?
There's no show next week.
oh.
But go ahead. Let's
This
let's
shit
have
got
some
dark, man.
Let's be optimistic. Come on, tell people how to.
BMFcast.com. If the website's up, all of our stuff will be there.
It's brand new.
Check
You
it
should
out.
go check it out.
Check out our new and newly improved website. Our theme apparently broke for permanently, so
Garbage now.
our
let me go
website
look.
looks
I haven't gotten and looked at it yet.
Y'all should check it out. It's so shit.
What?
fucking stupid. Does anybody even use websites anymore? If so,
You shouldn't.
I
mean,
also just type bmfcast.net like a fucking goober.
oh, you fucking idiot. Who owns that?
It
Do
was
we own
actually
that?
nothing. It came up with couldn't be found.
Oh, we should buy that.
Okay.
let's see if we can get a package deal for the 18 domains that we stupidly point that like.
Yeah, this is a great
We have,
website.
I think we still have badmoviehipsters.com.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably put redirects to on all those to this one, but
I think they are.
I think most of
Oh,
them
really?
do, yeah.
Okay.
I think all of our domains point.
Oh man, that orange background is something.
yeah, that's.
I thought it was Garfield's before.
Yeah.
It was Garfield's before. I thought better of just having tiled Garfields on the back of our
That did look
website.
real shitty. Yeah.
Tiled
I wasn't-
scrolling Garfields.
I
wasn't gonna
disapprove of the lack of tiled scrolly Garfields, good sir.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I was like, whatever, he got it back up. I don't give a shit. But now that you've admitted it, yeah, it sucked. All in all, this is not the worst that it could be. We could have a worse website. I've seen worse on GeoCities, but I've seen worse.
I almost added a dancing baby gift to it.
And a little under construction.
I was going to
animated
put
GIF.
an under construction blinking thing and
Yeah.
dancing baby.
Oh yeah, let me throw some blink tags on this bitch.
Why did you not do this?
I was busy and I was just desperate to get the thing back online, and I was like, good enough. Got to do other things
I would
now.
like a site visitor counter as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and a
Sign-
web ring
sign our
thing at the
guest
bottom.
book.
Yeah, web ring. Did you mention web ring? Like,
Yeah, I got to
Yeah,
get a web ring thing
yeah.
at the bottom.
Yep.
Oh, it's got smooth scroll. Oh, nice.
we put
Oh,
our,
no, it doesn't.
put our gopher address on the bottom somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join the cult film web ring. We're one of 397 podcasts
Yeah.
on the cult movie web ring. Anyway, patreon.com/BMFcast so we can afford to get a website that doesn't suck hind tit. Yeah.
All
Do
right.
it before
Yeah.
it's too late.
Yeah. What do you need money for soon? Just give it all to us. Paper will have no meaning.
Yeah. Just do something wacky with your last minutes on Earth. Throw us a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, the American dollar is a fiat currency. Get rid of it.
Yeah. Get us that cat's money.
Yeah.
Where was that? Where was that challenge? That was only issued on the Discord, right? That we agreed that we would watch cats.
Oh, yeah.
If
Oh, yeah.
$1,000.
not a person. Like a person does not have to give us $1,000. We just need to hit total. Like
Oh, no, it was more than 1,000.
Was
We're too
it?
close to 1,000. I'm pretty sure it was like
We're
$5
not
grand.
that. We're not that close to 1,000.
We're 40% of the way there.
That's not that close, Chuck.
Yeah.
It's closer than not. It's closer than I ever got.
To what? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Cats.
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 They apparently do dance in that movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my whole worldview is shaken.
Well, you can just watch both and make up your mind what you believe.
I should do a double feature of
Yeah.
Cats Don't Dance and
And
Cats,
cats, yeah.
but I'm not going to.
No, all right. Well, let's actually get out of here, shall we?
Oh yeah, it's $1,000. It was $1,000.
It is $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, not like single person, just cumulative. Like so,
I think it was a single person though. A single person.
I think we
donates
offered that
$1,000.
as
They
an
can just
option.
tell us.
We offered that as an option when we were discussing stimulus checks possibly coming again, and we were like, well,
You sign that check over to us. We'll watch fucking Cats.
yeah,
Otherwise, no.
it's too long and it's too much cats.
It's too much cats.
Too much cats.
I mean, I looked at my
This week on
this quotient
week
for cats, and it's too many.
the BMFcast, it's too much cats.
See, I felt like I'm walking there for some reason. Like it's too much cats.
Too much cats.
It's too much cats.
I can't be in this movie.
I like to dance, but I
Too many
can't
cats.
dance as a cat. Meow. He ends every line with a meow. Meow.
Now.
It's like the over of cat acting. All right. Jesus. This has got off the rails. Let's just get out of here, right?
Please, yes.
Okay.
I'm Harlow.
I'm BJ,
I'm Chuck.
and this is BMFcast out. Good luck next week.
Be safe. Fucking vote.
And scene.
Meow.
Save project as. Yes, I know.
Saving Project has.
And we are.
Saving Project has.
Well, Bill doesn't mind the new website. He didn't say it's good, but he doesn't mind it.
I wouldn't
say
I don't mind it.
Could be worse.
It could be worse.
And if you want, real quick, I can put the Garfields back up.
We're episode 24,
Yes.
because episode 23 was last week, and I was not here.
That's how it works. That's the BMFcast guarantee.
Oh no! Quick,
Oh.
everybody, scan my QR code and get my win free things.
Oh, what is that?
I
What is
don't
that for? What did you win?
What do I get?
Your lunch could have been free too.
Hey, your fucking lunch could have been free too, huh?
You fucking scanned this code, you hear?
Oh, this is just points. It's this is like not a contest. It's just scan this
No, it's
cup
just
and you get
Get Wendy's points.
Yeah,
Get Freckle
yeah.
Bitch's points.
You get points.
you get free freckles.
By the way,
200 freckles
Taco
get you a
Bell has
burger.
not texted me back about whether or not I won Xboxes twice.
No.
It ate your codes.
It did.
Yeah, the employees are just got a stack of Xboxes and they're like, "Fuck you, noobs."
Oh, that guy's a winner.
Yeah.
Delete.
Yoink.
Whoa. You just actually deleted yourself.
Yeah, you fucking, you're gone.
Yeah. Holy shit. This is a pretty good key you hit. Delete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did.
Delete.
Delete. It didn't work that time.
It's fine. Oh well.
All right. Well, good night, internet stream people that came somewhere.
Goodbye. Say goodbye, Billy and Jay. And
Was it romper room
BJ.
time?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Let's get out of here, shall we?
Okay. I'm Slappy.
all right then.
I'm Snacky.
I'm
I'm
Harbco.
sending you.
Take us off YouTube.
I'm
All right.
sending you a file now.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.